From NBC News, this is Today with Kathy Lee Gifford and Hoda Kotb.
When you were in your 20s and 30s, the good old days, your plan was probably to fall in love, get married, and live happily ever after. That's funny.
That's a joke.
Yeah.
But more and more women are finding themselves back on the dating scene in their boomer years, wondering why won't guys date women their own age?
What's with that? Here to help us get to the bottom of that is AARP. Don't say it wrongly, all right? It's AARP Magazine's Ken Solin and psychologist Rachel Sussman. Nice to see you both.
Ken's here for a good reason.
Yes, Ken's looking for love.
You've been in the dating pool for many, many years. You're divorced, and you've been
Yes.
dating for 25 years, and you finally hit the jackpot?
I did, and it's with a fellow boomer. And I think the cultural history we share is terrific.
So are you saying, that they were younger than the boomer thing? Were they bouncers, not boomers?
No, I mostly dated boomers, and you don't have to explain to them that Paul McCartney didn't used to be a solo act. And, that makes a big, that helps.
And it wasn't just wings either. There was something else beyond that called the Beatles.
Way beyond that.
Yeah. A lot of guys, though, do want to date younger women, I would imagine, because it makes them feel more youthful and feel more vital.
Absolutely. We're a culture that prizes youth, and I think that when you get out there and you date and you're a man, you want to experiment all sorts of things. But I think there's a rumor that men only want to date younger women, and that scares women, and it's not true.
It's not true?
No, it's not true.
So as you've evolved as a human being, so has your thought process evolved as well in terms of who you would choose? Would it not be just looks or firm body this time around? Have you learned something, Ken?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Ken do.
Because he's adorable. You can tease him.
Yes.
Actually, the woman I'm in relationship now with is my very best friend. Something that I don't think I enjoyed in the past. So picking somebody who's also a friend, it's about trust.
Was it intriguing?
Camaraderie.
Was it intriguing at some point, though, to date a younger woman? Because you can look, every time you look at pictures, there's an older guy with a younger woman, and they look so, just thrilled to be standing next to that girl.
Come on, I think
tell
maybe
the truth.
No, I didn't go there. I had one date with a younger woman, but that was it. It was too uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Well, what's in it for the women when they're dating an older man? Or do they have their hand on his wallet? Is it about that?
Well, I think we live in times where people like to experiment with different things, and I think a lot of women out there feel that it is a status symbol to go out with someone who's older than them, especially if they're successful and wealthy. And there can be some benefits for that. But I think in the long run, to have a good relationship, the more you have in common with someone, the better the likelihood it's going to work out.
Did you think at some point, Ken, 25 years now dating, it's just that's what my life's going to be. It's just going to be about the serial thing.
Well, it takes great stamina to stay in the pool.
Tell us about
especially online. You have to take a break once in a while.
That?
Yeah, and I think online dating's terrific. I think you're never going to have that many
What website
options.
did you go on?
Actually, AARP has they're in affiliation with How About We, but I was actually on several websites. Yeah.
And how did you meet the lady that you are now presently
Online.
with?
Wow.
Absolutely.
Wow.
Online.
So advice for men and women, just some takeaway advice from this?
Well, take it slow. There's no rush. Take your time. Date different kind of people. One of the great things about being, a boomer and dating is that you're free to date people that maybe you wouldn't have been able to date when you were younger. Your parents aren't going to tell you can't do this.
But your children and grandchildren might.
That is true. That is true. But, to enjoy the process also.
Enjoy life while you have it, Mr. AARP.
Definitely make a list. Make a list of things you have to have and stick with your list.
All right. Great to see you
Thanks
both.
for coming.
Thanks for being a good sport.
Of course you will.
We're so happy that Ken found love. All right.